In the bustling heart of Lagos, where the sound of car horns mixes with the cries of street hawkers, where money commands respect and poverty invites insults, there lived a man whose presence alone could silence a whole street. His name was Chief Adeyinka, the richest man on Lagos Island. A towering old man with a long grey beard that rested proudly on his chest, always wrapped in flowing white agbada that swept the floor behind him. People feared him. They avoided his eyes. They greeted him with trembling voices. Behind his intimidating wealth, behind his stern face, behind the quiet wickedness people whispered about, Chief Adeyinka carried a secret that slept in his bones like buried thunder, a secret he never expected to face again. Every morning beneath the CMS bridge sat an old beggar woman whom Lagos barely noticed. Mama Risi, 60 years old, thin like someone time had forgotten. Her wrapper was faded, her slippers worn, but her smile was warm, gentle, and sincere. She begged not for riches, but for food. Just a little something to keep her alive for another day. People insulted her, mocked her, stepped on her without apology, yet she blessed them all the same. One scorching afternoon, as Lagos traffic groaned in frustration, Chief Adeyinka's convoy stopped directly beside the old beggar woman. His guards jumped out, pushing people aside like waves separating for a king. The crowd watched, confused and afraid. Chief stepped out slowly. His agbada danced in the wind. And without saying a single word, he dropped a loaf of bread into the woman's lap. No speech. No greeting. Just bread. Then he walked away. Lagos buzzed for days. Chief has finally pitied someone. No, oh, maybe she is a witch. What if she is his real mother? But Mama Risi said nothing. She prayed for him that night, whispering blessings into the cool air under the bridge. But while Lagos slept, Chief Adeyinka stayed awake in his mansion. He tossed. He turned. His chest felt tight. His mind restless. He knew exactly why the sight of that poor old woman shook him so deeply. Because Chief was dying. The sickness creeping inside him had no mercy. And before his time would end, the shadows of his past would not let him rest. He summoned his lawyer and ordered him to prepare his will, but with one instruction. Leave the beneficiary name blank. The lawyer was confused but obeyed. And that night, as the mansion fell silent, Adeyinka's mind drifted back to a place he had sworn to forget. A small village called Ikogosi. A village where little Adeyinka grew up in hunger and sorrow. Where he slept on cold mats. Where hunger was his closest friend. But in that dark childhood, there was one light. A young woman named Risi. She was not rich. She had nothing except her kindness. Yet every evening, she fed him pap, akora, sometimes leftover rice. Enough to keep him alive. Enough to give him hope. That woman was Mama Risi. As Chief grew older and left the village for Lagos, ambition consumed him. He chased wealth. He built empires. He became a giant in the city. But he never returned. Never searched for her. Never said thank you until fate brought her back into his life as a beggar on the street. Late that night, Chief Adeyinka sat alone in the darkness of his mansion. He pressed his hands against his face and cried, quietly, painfully. The kind of cry only a guilty heart understands. She gave me life, he whispered. And I gave her nothing. For the first time in 40 years, he felt the weight of his sins. The next week, Chief returned to CMS. He didn't stand over her this time. He sat beside her. People stared as if the sky had turned purple. He asked gently, "Do you remember a boy you once fed in Ikogosi village?" She blinked slowly. "I fed many children," she said. Hunger was everywhere back then. She didn't recognize him. And that broke him more than he expected. He handed her an envelope with 200,000 Nigerian nairas. She wept with gratitude. Blessing him, praying for him, calling him my son without knowing the truth. Hours later, Chief collapsed in his home. At the hospital, with machines surrounding him, the lawyer asked urgently, Sir, who should receive your wealth? Chief struggled to breathe. His voice trembled as he whispered. The woman who fed me when the world turned its back. Mama Risi. That was his final breath. Lagos elites gathered for the will reading, fully expecting to inherit riches. But when the lawyer announced that everything, every house, every company, every land, belonged to the beggar under CMS bridge, the room exploded. A beggar. This must be a mistake. We will go to court. But the will was clear. Overnight, Mama Risi became one of the richest women in Lagos. Yet she surprised the world. She didn't buy cars. She didn't move to Banana Island. She didn't change her wardrobe. Instead, she quietly traveled back to Ikogosi village. There, she built a free school, a free clinic, and a food center for children who were once like Adewale, hungry, helpless, and forgotten. The kindness she carried in poverty remained in her wealth. Days later, she visited Chief Adewale's grave. She placed flowers gently and whispered, Adewale, I forgive you. May your soul find peace. As she turned to leave, a man approached her. I was Chief's driver, he said softly. He spoke of you every day until he died. He handed her a small wooden box. Inside was a shaky handwritten note. You fed me when I had nothing. Now let me feed the world through you. Tears rolled down Mama Risi's cheeks. And so the world learned a lesson that day. Never judge by appearance. The person you look down on today may be the pillar your destiny rests upon tomorrow. The one you ignore may be holding the very key to your future. Kindness is a seed that always returns. Sometimes in ways we least expect. And in the end, it was not wealth.